This is Troy with iGrow Salons, and in this video, I'll be giving you a complete Facebook ads tutorial where we'll be covering campaign types, custom audiences, learning about the Facebook pixel, lookalike audiences, learning about the ad set level, targeting, and covering the actual ad level. By the way, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button for more Facebook ad related content. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are in the Facebook Ads Manager over at business.facebook.com. So the first thing we're going to do is cover the different types of Facebook ad objectives. So we're going to hit the green create button. So the first type of campaigns you have are awareness campaigns. So these are going to be a little bit cheaper for you to run, not as effective when you're trying to, generate action or sales or anything like that. But they are good for getting your content seen by a lot of people for a little money. So you have a brand awareness campaign and you have a reach campaign. Pretty much the same. Again, you're getting your ads or your content seen by a lot of people for a little money. The next is going to be consideration. So these are campaigns that are more specific to people taking some type of action. So you have traffic. That's basically going to get your ad seen in front by people who are likely to click on your ad. So not necessarily click and buy, but just click. So they may click, let your page load, then bounce, or click and not even let your page load. So from top to bottom, top is going to be the least quality traffic, and the bottom is going to be the highest quality traffic. So next you have engagement. These people are likely to engage with your ad. So comment, like, follow, share. And that's about pretty much it. Again, there are different groups of people within the Facebook platform. So based on the actions that they take when they see ads, they're put inside of these categories. So your ads are shown to people depending on the type of, campaign objective you select. So app install is pretty self-explanatory. It's going to serve your ads to people who are likely to download your app. Video views, same thing. People who are likely to view your content. Lead generation, this is going to show your ads to people who are likely to fill out a lead form on Facebook. So a lead form is just a form where you can leave your name, phone number, email, or you can also customize it. And once this person submits this form, you'll get a notification that someone filled out your form. You collect the information and you can follow up. This is good for like service-based businesses, local businesses. Next, we have message. So this is going to show your ads to people who are likely to message your Facebook page. This is good for lead gen as well, local businesses, anything like that, where you usually have to have a conversation with someone before they take action within your business. So again, the lowest quality traffic is going to be a traffic objective. The highest quality is going to be message. So next we have conversions. Conversion event ads are basically shown to people who are likely to take action. So whether that's in your store or on your online store. So after they click, they're likely to take some type of action on your site, whether that's looking at a product, adding something to cart, initiating checkout, or buying. So conversions are going to be where you can set up your ads and tell Facebook, hey, go find me people who are likely to take these specific actions on my website. So when you set up a conversion campaign, you can tell Facebook, optimize for view content, optimize for add to cart, optimize for initiate checkout, optimize for payment info ad, optimize for purchase. So basically they're going to go try to find people who are likely to take those specific actions when they land on your site. The next we have catalog sales. So you can upload a catalog to Facebook of your store and tell Facebook, hey, show these products to people who are likely to buy them, essentially. So as someone, scrolling through their news feed, they'll see your ad and they can essentially, swipe through the different types of product you have on your store before leaving Facebook. So these are super effective. Both of these are super effective for, anyone who's doing any type of e-commerce. Then you have store traffic. I believe this is to show the people who are likely to come visit your store. I think like if someone sees your ad and they respond to it and they visit your store, then Facebook has a way of tracking that as a conversion. So now that we've covered the different type of campaign objectives, we're going to cover custom audiences. because depending on your objective, you usually have to have custom audiences created for exclusions or inclusions, again, depending on your campaign objective. So I'll cover that a little bit, in depth when we get to the custom audience page. So we're going to head over to the audiences tab. Then we're going to click on the blue create audience button, and we're going to create custom audience. So a custom audience can pretty much be based on your website, app activity, customer list, things such as emails, phone numbers. You can create custom audiences based on video views or people viewing specific content, your lead forms. Again, that's the lead form ads that I was referring to earlier. Shopping, your Facebook page, your Instagram account, events, things like that. So these are very good for creating warm audiences of people who already are familiar with you. That way, when you show someone who already knows you an ad, they're more likely to take a specific action. So for this example, we'll be covering website first. So setting up a website custom audience. So some of the most important website custom audiences you want to have created for a e-commerce store are going to be page views, view content, initiate checkout, purchase, and add to cart. For some reason, I don't see add to cart on this list, but it should be on yours. If not, you will have to do people who visited a specific web page and put your equals, and you will put your website URL / your cart, or whatever the URL to your cart. So for this example, we'll be creating, let's see, we'll do two just for an example. So we'll do a page view. Anyone who has viewed a page on our website in the last 30 days, you can do up to 180 days. And we will name this page view 30 days. So anyone who has visited our website in the past 30 days will be saved into this audience. From there, we will click create. So let's see if this will create. Okay, perfect. So next thing we're going to do, so I'm going to do the custom audience, then I'm going to do a lookalike audience. So actually, we're going to do both custom audiences first, then we'll do the lookalike audience. So we're going to do one more custom audience. Again, this is for example purposes. On your end, you want to make a custom audience again for page views, view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase. So for this example, we're going to go purchase. We're going to go 180 days. Okay, now we have a purchase custom audience. So anyone who has ever purchased from us will be saved into this custom audience. Another good way you can use your purchase custom audience is by excluding them from any of your cold traffic campaigns. So when you're running a cold traffic campaign, you're basically trying to find new people who don't know you. So you would exclude your purchases since they've already purchased something from you. So what we're going to do is we're going to create lookalike audiences based on these two audiences. So a lookalike audience is pretty much an audience of people that are similar to the people within this custom audience. So we're going to click on this, and you should see action, and you click on that, and we create lookalike, and we're going to do a United States based lookalike audience. So here we're going to put United States. And we're going to do a 1% lookalike. So if I were you, especially when you're trying to scale up your ads, imagine a scenario where your ads are working and you want to scale up, you want to spend more money to see if you can, squeeze out some more sales. You would want to create a 1% lookalike audience all the way up to a 5%. So you have 5 different lookalike audiences, and you would test running ads to each individual audience to see which ones perform best. So again, for this example, we're only going to go with the 1%, and that's going to give us an audience size of 2.4 million people, and we're going to create that. So now we have another potential audience, like without even, doing any interest or anything, we have another potential audience of people to show our ads to. So now, and this is probably going to be one of our best performing audiences, we're going to create a lookalike audience based on people who have already purchased from us. So basically, we're telling Facebook, hey, we have purchases. Go find us more people who look like the people who already buy from us. So we're going to do the same thing. United States, 1%. That's giving us an audience size of 2.4 million people, and we're going to create that. Okay, perfect. So we have 2 pixel-based. I forgot to mention that earlier. So anything that's based on our website is based on our pixel. So we have 2 pixel-based custom audiences, one for page views, one for purchase. And we have 2 lookalike audiences, one based on our page view audience and one based on our purchase audience. So now I'll be showing you how to create a custom audience based on your Instagram profile. So we're going to go custom audience and we're going to go Instagram. So you have a few different options. You can create a custom audience based on anyone who has engaged with your Instagram page, anyone who has visited your profile, anyone who has engaged with any post or ad, anyone who has messaged you, anyone who has saved any post or ad. The ones I typically do are anyone who has engaged with my profile or anyone who has engaged with a post or ad. So for this example, we're going to do anyone who has engaged with a post or ad last 365 days. And we're going to create that. Now, not only can we create a custom audience based on people who have engaged with our Instagram profile or ads, we can create a lookalike audience based on these people as well. So again, we have even more people that we could potentially show ads to get even more results. So all we're going to do, we're going to click on this. We're going to click actions at the top right, and we're going to create a lookalike audience. And again, we're going to do United States based. And that's giving us an audience size of 2.4 million people, and we're going to create that audience. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to go back to the ads manager, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Facebook pixel. So I'll be showing you. So we're going to go create, and we're going to go conversions, and we're going to go continue. Then we're going to scroll to the, so actually we're going to go to the ad set level first. And we're going to go to the pixel. So let's see, let's do this one. So here, this is where you select your conversion event. So this is super important. This is basically giving Facebook guidance on where to show your ads to. So we have ad payment info. So if you can see here, the last time we received an ad payment info pixel fire was 2 days ago. We have add to cart. Last time we received the ads to cart was 1 day ago. We have initiate checkout. Last time we received one was 1 day ago. We have page view 26 minutes ago. We have purchases 2 days ago. So in this example, we would run purchase. I'm always going to shoot for the purchase conversion, whether I have purchase data on my pixel or not. So in this situation, we have a ton of purchase data. So we're going to click purchase. And again, we're basically giving Facebook guidance on where to show our ads to. So they're going to show our ads to people who are most likely to purchase. So here's some things to keep in mind when you're running conversion ads. In the beginning of you running ads, you're going to be in something called the learning phase, where Facebook essentially has to learn the type of people to show your ads to. So they're basically going to deploy your ads to a bunch of people, and based on how people respond to your ads, they're going to continue to show your ads to more people who are likely to respond favorably, especially if you're trying to get purchases. So your ad cost may be a little bit more expensive in the beginning, but once Facebook figures out who to show your ads to, your ad costs start to come down, especially once you exit the learning phase. Now, to exit the learning phase, you need at least 50 conversion events in a week. So if we were to exit the learning phase, we would need 50 purchases within the week to exit the learning phase. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Your costs may be higher than normal in the beginning, but as Facebook learns the type of people to show your ad to, your costs begin to come down. Another thing to note about your pixel is that sometimes when you don't have purchase data and you shoot for a purchase, so you're telling Facebook, hey, go find me buyers, it can be kind of hard and you may not get any results. This can be determined on things such as your website conversion rate, your website's ability to convert traffic. So, making sure your website is optimized, shipping policy, return policy, exchange policy, FAQs, reviews, all of the trust signals someone needs to make a buying decision. So all of this stuff should be on your product pages before running ads. But again, keep that in mind. So if you decide to run a purchase event and you're not getting any sales, you could have a website issue, something wrong with your website. For some reason, people are landing on your website but still not buying. Sometimes you have to go a step back with your conversions and maybe optimize for something like an initiate checkout. Or if you don't have any initiate checkouts, but you do at least have people come into your website and add into cart, maybe you can optimize for add to cart until you squeeze out some purchases, enough purchases to optimize for a purchase event. So again, keep that in mind when running conversion ads. Okay, so now that we discussed the Facebook pixel, the next thing we're going to discuss is the rest of the ad set level. So what we're in currently is the ad set level. You have the campaign level where you do the campaign objective. You select your objective. If you're running a campaign budget optimization ad, you would select your budget at the campaign level. Now we're in the ad set. The ad set is all about targeting and basically giving Facebook direction on where to look or who to show our ads to. So the initial direction you're giving Facebook when you're running something like a conversion ad is your pixel information. So again, for this example, we're going to go purchase. So now we're giving Facebook direction on what type of people to show our ads to. So now we scroll down and we want to select our budget. So one of the questions I get asked the most is how much should I spend on ads? I'm going to give you a super easy example of how to determine a budget. If you're trying to sell, let's say, $100 product, and there's $50 of profit tied up into that product. So when you make that sale, you make $50. That's pretty much your budget for the ads. So you have to determine how much profit are you comfortable with walking away with. Some people are comfortable losing money on ads to acquire a customer, meaning, let's say we have this $100 deal and that's $50 of profit, but it costs $60 in ad spend. That means I lost $10 to acquire that customer into our business. Some people are willing to break even. So in this same scenario, we spent $50 to acquire a customer. We only have $50 of profit. So the money we spent to acquire that customer was pretty much all of our profit. So we walk away with zero. The best scenario is going to be, obviously, if you can, let's say, acquire a customer for $25 and you walk away with $25. So you've acquired a customer into your business and you walked away with a little bit of money. All scenarios could be beneficial depending on your business model. A lot of people who play the super long game and they know like something like the lifetime value of a customer in their business, they may lose money up front or break even and be fine. Because let's say the upfront sale for that customer was $100, but the lifetime value of that customer, because, when we email them for our new specials or Black Friday or Christmas or whatever, and they come back and buy and they buy again and they buy again, now maybe they've spent $1,000 within our business. So we acquired them for $100 and we lost money up front, but on the back end is where we became profitable. So those are, more long-term strategies. Most people are going to want to make money up front. So again, figure out what it is that you want to make, then go from there as far as determining how much you're going to deploy on your ads. So again, in this scenario where there's $50 of profit, I think it's fair to, exchange $10 or $15 or $25 to get $100 sale and walk away with, $50 of profit. So with all of that being said, have a set amount of money that you're willing to risk on your ads. Also know what you're willing to spend to acquire a customer in your business. Okay, so the next thing we're going to cover is Facebook custom audiences. So remember, in the beginning of the video, we set up some custom audiences. So In this example, let's say this is a cold traffic campaign. We're trying to go find people who are new to our business, never heard of us. So in this scenario, we would exclude something like a purchase. We don't want anyone who has purchased from us already to see these ads. We would also exclude something like a page view. Anyone who has already been to our website, we don't want them to see these ads either. We want fresh people who don't know anything about our business. So that would also include a add to cart. Let's do add to cart 30 days, and that would include initiate checkouts. Now, notice I put them in the custom audience. So that means we would be showing ads to these people. We want to exclude these people. So I should have clicked this button here. But what I can do is click this down arrow and exclude, down arrow, exclude, down arrow, exclude, down arrow, exclude. So again, this basically means these people will not be seeing our ads. These people are what's considered warm. So we would have a separate campaign to show to these warm people. So in this cold traffic campaign, we're going to exclude these people. And now we're going to go to locations. With locations, I usually always go United States. I don't target by individual cities or states. I just leave it wide open. Age, I typically leave wide open as well, 18 to 65, especially if it's a new account. I let Facebook, do its thing. Facebook is pretty smart about who to show your ads to. If 18-year-olds don't have the money for your product, this is what's going to happen. They may click on your website. Let's say we're running a purchase conversion ad, and we're looking for buyers. 18-year-old may not be your demographic. So Facebook will still test showing your ads to an 18-year-old. They'll click on it, look around, they'll click on the add to cart, they'll click on it, but they won't buy. Facebook is going to take note of this. They're going to say, hey, these 18-year-olds are not buying, so let's stop showing them ads, or let's show them less ads. So that's why I like to leave it wide open, because you just never know. Again, let Facebook figure it out. Leave your age wide open. Depending on your product or service, you can go all, or you can go men or women. The majority of the products that I sell are targeted towards women. So for this example, I would select women. So detailed targeting is where you add your interest. I'm going to deselect detailed targeting expansion. So one thing I want y'all to take note of is the potential reach. So what I have to do first, let me show you. So I have a lot of experience selling hair extensions. So we will type human hair extensions. So this should give us an audience size, but notice the potential reach is unavailable. Now it does show a potential reach here. So why it does that is because we have custom audiences included or excluded. So what we're going to do is remove these just so I can show you how this number changes. So we have an audience size of 2 million people. So from here, we could literally just run ads to these people. Let's say we're trying to sell hair extensions. We can say, human hair extensions interest only. But I like to, layer some additional related interests just to give Facebook a big pool of people to potentially show our ads to. So I can go wigs, lace wigs, hairstyles. So now we have an audience size of potential 37 million people. So that's a pretty big audience. So I'm happy with this audience. If I want to cut this in half, narrow it, one thing I like to do is narrow this by engaged shoppers. That's going to get our ads seen by people who have clicked on a shop now call to action button in the last 7 days. You can see here the description. It won't let me do it, but right under the description, people who have clicked the call to action button shop now in the past week. So notice when I layer disengaged shoppers on top of hairstyles, human hair extensions, lace wig, that should cut our audience in half. So now we have an audience size of 15 million people, 15 million highly targeted people. So notice the difference between selecting detailed targeting expansion on with the audience size. Now we're looking at 38 million people. Take it off. Now we're back to 15. So the next thing we're going to cover is the different type of placements. So I advise when you're just starting off from scratch, you run your ads on all placements. Again, let Facebook do the hard work for you. There's no need for you to guess or try to figure this out on your own. So you go automatic placements and let Facebook place your ads on Facebook, their audience network, Instagram, and Messenger. So again, depending on how people respond in different placements, the majority of your budget will be fed to the placement that gets you the most favorable results anyway. So that's why it's okay to leave this wide open. So, and these are all of the places that your ads will be seen: stories, Facebook stories, Instagram story, Messenger story, the news feed, right column, explore page, Messenger inbox, Facebook marketplace. So a ton of different places your ads will show. So let's click on show more options. You also have the option to pick different devices that you want to show your ads to. So let's say the majority of your customers have Android devices, or the majority of your customers has iOS devices. You literally can tell Facebook, hey, show my ads only to people who have Android, show my ads only to people who have iOS. That way you're not spending money showing your ads to people who aren't going to buy anyway. So again, this is more, if your customer like super detailed. Other than that, leave this open. You do have the option to select only when on Wi-Fi. Usually you can think maybe someone is at home or they're at work, they're somewhere settled where they can actually take action on what it is your ad is talking about. You don't want to serve someone a shopping ad and maybe they're just checking their phone while they're in traffic or something. They don't have the ability to pull out their credit card and complete the transaction. So again, this is optional. You can test this if you want. Let's see. Next, we're going to cover optimization and delivery. So we would leave this on conversions, again, since we're trying to find people to buy from us, but you do have value-based conversions. You also you can optimize for landing page views. You also can optimize for link clicks, impressions, daily reach. But again, we want people that take action, so we're going with conversions. I have tested value, but I didn't see any big difference. So for this example, we're going with conversions. I usually don't touch cost control. That's more advanced stuff. The only thing I may change is the conversion window. So by default, it's on 7 days after clicking or 1 day after viewing. I like to change this to 1 day click review. So basically, this is going to get our ad seen by people who are likely to take action same day. So now we're done with the ad set level. So now we're going to hop over and explore the ad level. That's where we do our creatives and our copywriting and things like that. So since we're showing our ads on all placements, we would select our Facebook page is pre-selected, but we will select our Instagram page as well. And we're going to turn ad preview on. So I'll throw up like a dummy ad just to give you an idea of what this looks like. So here we go. So this is a post that was made on the actual Instagram page. So it's pulling directly from your Instagram or Facebook page. You also have the option to create the ad directly in the ads manager. So you would do create ad. You will add your media, image, or photo. Depending on what it is that you're selling, video usually works best. So I would test both if you have content for image and videos. But video usually works best. So for this example, we'll do video. Let's see. Let's do this one just to show you what it looks like. Okay, and this particular ad will be selling, we sell a hair vendors list. So, hey, again, when you're writing your copy, you want to essentially call out to who it is that you're looking for. So, hey, are you looking for a high quality vendors list? So again, we're calling out to someone who could potentially be looking for a high quality vendors list. We're going to also speak to a pain point that they may be dealing with in their search for a vendors list. So one of the pain points with people who search for vendors list is bad vendors list. So one thing that's important when writing your copy is knowing your audience. So do research on your audience before coming to write your copy. Tired of trash vendors list. So now we're going to make a call to action. So we've hooked them essentially. Hey, you tired of, or hey, are you looking for high quality vendors list? Are you tired of trash vendors list? If so, come check out our ultimate wholesale hair vendors list. Tap the shop now button below. So again, it's super important that you make a call to action. So you want to hook the viewer of the ad and you want to tell them what they need to do next. So we've essentially hooked them. We've spoken to a pain point that they may be facing. We've given them a call to action. And from there, our copy is done. Keep our copy super simple. We can write a headline. This is only going to show on the Facebook placement, not on Instagram. Again, our headline, we want to try to grab attention here as well. So we can say something like tired of trash vendors. In your description is basically going to speak to your headline. Or we can say something about shipping or a promo or anything like that. Visit now and save 50%. This also can be, so your description, if it's short enough, can also be your headline, depending, where you want to put this. So I don't know why it's not showing. Let me see if it's showing. Maybe because we haven't added a call to action yet. So hairvendor.com. Okay, so now you can see it. So tired of trash vendors, visit now, save 50%. Or we can do something like use promo code 50 to save 50%. Okay, all of that didn't fit, but you get the point. And I like to do the shop now call to action to basically get the clicker of the ad in the mood to, buy something. We don't want to say learn more. We don't want people, who are essentially inquisitive trying to, come learn more information. We want people who are in the mindset of making a purchase. Again, with this test, ads are always about testing. So test multiple ad sets, test multiple ads, also test multiple call to actions. So the last thing we want to do is make sure that our pixel is on. Our pixel is, associated with this ad account. That way everything's being tracked. And from there, we will click publish. So once your ads are published, you will go through a review process. As long as nothing is wrong with your ads, too much text in the ads, or you promoting products that Facebook don't allow, anything like that, you should be fine. Ads are typically approved within like 1 hour to 24 hours, depending on your ad account. From there, your ads begin to run. One thing I will say is Facebook, give them ample time and ample budget to learn who to show your ads to. Don't prematurely turn your ads off shy of you actually getting a purchase. Remember, we said we have a $100 sale and there's $50 of profit tied up in it. And let's say you let your ads run 3 days and you spent $20 in total, and you stop your ads because you haven't seen any results. You maybe haven't seen results yet because you've turned your ads off too early and have not spent enough money. One thing I will say, have a set amount of money ready to spend and divide that budget across 14 days. Give Facebook ads about 14 days to figure out who it is that they need to be showing your ads to. If you found this video helpful or useful, give me a thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe. If you want my personal help with setting up your ads, click the link in the description to book a one-on-one coaching call. Thanks for watching.